welcome back to Wheelwork. I trust you're doing well as always. So on today's episode, we're going to take Des out to do some four-wheel drive tracks. We're going to go to Haunted Stream track in East Gippsland. It's a track that's got quite a few river crossings. Hopefully it's going to be alright because we had a lot of rain here lately. There's 3 cars in the convoy, including mine. We've got my cousin's 200 series cruiser and my other cousin's GQ Patrol. So let's head out there. Rightio, we all made it out to the track. It's about an hour away from my place. We've just dropped our tyre pressures and we are pretty much all ready to go. See you out there. Brian! Hit it!
Roger that. Chase's tree.
Now the back's going to slide.
We're going to slide in a little, just slow.
And we're back. What was supposed to be a 5-hour-ish day, it turned into about 11 hours. The track was very chopped up. There was a lot of hard obstacles. Lots of things went wrong. As you can see, there is a dent on the front of Des, amongst other things. The patrol broke down. We had to fix that trackside. Luckily, we were able to get him going. Patrol got stuck a few times. This thing got stuck a couple of times. The cruiser got stuck a couple of times. There was one obstacle in particular where the patrol just could not get up. It had several attempts coming out of a river, and I went around it with this and it just chewed it up. I am very, very impressed with the capability of this car and what it was able to achieve today. It really exceeded all of my expectations. But yeah, it wasn't a day without drama. Everyone copped a bit of damage. I'm sorry that I didn't get more footage. My phone did go flat and I could not get the thing to charge for the life of me till I got home. I've just come home and had a quick shower now. It's quite late at night. But yeah, very impressed with what this thing did. Had water coming over the bonnet on a few of the crossings and it just ate everything up. But I'll give you a bit of a look-see, a bit of the carnage that's happened to Des, and we'll go from there. First and foremost, as you can tell, she is quite dirty. I did go to a car wash on the way home and pressure wash inside the wheel arches and underneath the car, got all the mud out from underneath the car and inside the wheel arches. Yeah, she was driving a little bit funny, had a little bit of a vibration, but yeah, there was a lot of mud sort of around the tail shaft and stuff like that. So once I blasted all that off, that was all sweet. But basically, starting at the front, so this thing did do amazingly well, very capable and a lot better than I thought, but there was a certain obstacle where I tried to go up coming out of a riverbed. It was off camber to the left. I've hit this jump up and the car just launched left into a bank, and the bank was quite high. But starting at the front, the nudge bar did get pushed right up and against the front of the car. I have just loosened the bolts and dropped it back down and tightened back up, so that's fine. The front bumper bar down here has had a bit of a hit, and that light's been pushed in. I don't know if it's broken or just kind of come unclipped. I'm not really sure. This is probably the biggest of it all. There's a very large dent there on that front panel. Big scrapes or big scratches down both sides of the car, but I can't obviously tell that much because of how dirty it is. There is also a dent in the quarter panel here. I don't know if you can really see that. And sort of just scuffs all over the place. I did have a recovery hitch in there. I've just put that back in because I do need to tow in the morning. And obviously like all mud and crap down this side of the car. Inside though, fared really well. I just threw the rubber mats in and it protected it really well. I've just taken them back out and the thing's actually now mint inside. So that was all good. But yeah, obviously I'm pretty upset with what's happened with it, given the state of it. So I'm just going to call it a night for tonight, and then tomorrow morning I'll go and wash the thing properly, get all the mud and everything off it, and then we can assess the extent of the damage. So yeah, we'll see you back then. Rightio, it's a new day. Just got the door up to have a bit of a look and a bit more light. I've just had a bit of a stuff around with that side step. I unclipped the plastic trim off the top of the step, and there's a whole bunch of rocks and mud and stuff sitting between the plastic trim of the step and the aluminium frame of the step. So I cleaned all that out, straightened the aluminium as best as I can, clipped the trim back on. I mean, it is a bit still scuffed up a bit on the side and stuff, but that's good enough. I readjusted the nudge bar as it wasn't sitting right after I did a quick adjustment on it yesterday. But now we will go down to the car wash, get it all cleaned up and see what we can do with the rest of the stuff, see how scratched up and stuff it is. But yeah, my plan is to try and fix it as best as I can. So see what we can do. Cherry smell. All right, so I was able to get the majority of the dent out. I've just got a couple of dent pullers here, a couple of different size ones. And then I went through and gave the quarter panel, well, actually the whole side of this car from the front door back, I gave it just a bit of a cut and polish. I've just got with a light buffer that I've got. I haven't touched that front guard yet, but yeah, it's definitely a lot better and doesn't make me feel as sick to look at, but it's still not great. There is still a dent down the bottom there. So I think what I might try next is pull that wheel arch liner out and try and push that dent out a bit more from behind. I also, while I had the buffer out, I just gave this whole side of the car a quick buff as well, just to get the pinstripe, you know, the little light scratches from sticks and stuff that was rubbing up against the side of it. And I've got all of that out. So I did the whole side of that car. So that's all looking nice and new again. So I did sort of from the front corner of the bumper bar back. So I'm happy with that. So at least it looks good from that side. So I will try and make this, this quarter panel is what I'm most worried about, as it's not a bolt-on panel. So I want to try and get that a bit better if I can. So I want to spend a little bit more time on that. And then I'll battle this. I'll polish that guard and that front bar, see what I can do with pulling that dent out and what I can do with securing that light back in. But I actually need to go do some work now, so I will pick this up a bit later on. Just having another quick go at this quarter panel. Just sort of about to head out to do another job. Had about half an hour to kill, so I just thought I'd have another quick go. So basically what I did is I just pulled all these trims off, got in behind the quarter panel, and I was able to get right onto that dent where I sort of needed to, and I've popped it out as good as I can. So I'm actually relatively happy with that. It's still like a tiny little witness mark of where the dent was, but yeah, quite a lot better than what it was. So I'm pretty happy with that. When I get a little bit more time, I'll move onto the front and see what I can do with that. So I just run the buff quickly over this front corner of the bumper bar and the front guard, and pretty much all the scratches in the front bumper bar have come out, which is good, even that bigger one down the bottom. And likewise with the front guard, most of them have come out with the exception of that big one in the middle of the screen there. But here's just a quick before and after photo of what they look like before and after a polish. So quite a difference there. So now what I'm going to do is I might put it on the hoist actually, because I want to have a look underneath the car as well. And then I'll pull the guard liner off from inside this wheel arch and try and pop that dent out and secure that light. Alrighty, so Des is up on the hoist. I've had a good look underneath it and everything seems to be all fine. The only issue was this lower bash plate, these steel trays here, did have a lot of scratches and scuff marks on them, but gave them a quick hit of the old satin black and they're looking as good as new. A little bit of OCD, but that's fine. So now I'm going to pull this guard liner out, see if I can fix that light and pop that dent out up there. And there we have it. That's as good as it's going to get. It did break one of the side mounts off that light. So I've clipped it back in, but it wasn't that strong. So I've just put a bit of Sikaflex, like glue stuff that I use for door molds and stuff. I've just put a bit of that on behind it and a bit of tape on it just till the glue dries. And that's how the guards turned out. So it is still a bit wavy and wrinkly, but it's a lot better than what it was. Not perfect, but it is what it is. Don't really know what I'm going to do just yet. If I'm going to put this thing through insurance to get it fixed properly or just leave it like this, but I'll probably just leave it like this for now until I decide what I'm going to do. But yeah, thanks always for watching, guys. Do appreciate it. Sorry that this episode turned out how it did. But yeah, if you like what you see, always remember to like and subscribe, and we will catch you in the next video. Take it easy.